Jonathan Dimbleby, who wrote Prince of Wales, a biography, believes the 2-hour-long interview of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry with Ms. Winfrey was undeserved to the Queen and her family. And he slammed the tell-all chat as vicious, cruel and horribly self-serving. Speaking at the Buxton International Festival in Derbyshire, Mr. Dimbleby also said, "I think that the interview was a very great shame. I think it did great damage of a kind that was undeserved to the royal household and specifically to the Queen and her family." Speaking about Prince Harry's comments on Prince Charles and their relationship, Mr. Dimbleby said, "Harry's remarks about his father, I simply fail to understand. I think there are certain things you should say and do in private." See. Speaking at the Buxton International Festival in Derbyshire, Mr. Dimbleby also said, "I think that the interview was a very great shame. I think it did great damage of a kind that was undeserved to the royal household and specifically to the Queen and her family." Speaking about Prince Harry's comments on Prince Charles and their relationship, Mr. Dimbleby said, "Harry's remarks about his father, I simply fail to understand. I think there are certain things you should say and do in private." Mr. Dimbleby also said he had met Prince Harry in the past, when he was young, and remembered him as a charming, very nice man who served very well in the armed forces. However, he said to be very disappointed with his recent behavior. He added, "I felt he was being led by the nose a bit by his wife." Speaking to Ms. Winfrey, Meghan and Harry launched damaging accusations of racism and neglect against the royal family. Moreover, they discussed their relationships with some key royals, with both Meghan and Harry speaking highly about the Queen. But they also bravely opened up about their mental well-being, with the Duchess of Sussex revealing she was suicidal while pregnant with Archie Harrison. In his chat with Ms. Winfrey, Prince Harry said the Prince of Wales had stopped taking his calls after he had spoken to him twice about his and Meghan's plans to step back as senior royals. He said, "When we were in Canada, I had 3 conversations with my grandmother and 2 conversations with my father and, before he stopped taking my calls, and he said, 'Can you put this all in writing what your plan is?'" Harry continued, "He asked me to put it in writing and I put all the specifics in there, even the fact that we were planning on putting the announcement out on January 7th. 1 year after he and Meghan announced their intention to quit the firm, Harry said Charles was taking his calls. But asked about the relationship between them at the time of the interview, filmed in late February 2021, the Duke said, 'There's a lot to work through there, you know. I feel really let down, because he's been through something similar. He knows what pain feels like, and this is, and Archie's his grandson. But, at the same time, you know, of course I will always love him, but there's a lot of hurt that's happened. And I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that relationship.'"